Let's open our Bible to the Second Chronicles chapter 34. Second Chronicles chapter 34. We are taking it from verse 1 to 10. Are we set? Josiah was 8 years old when he became a king. And he reigned 31 years in Jerusalem, and he did what was right in the sight of the Lord and walked in the ways of his father David. He did not turn aside to the right hand or to the left. For the 8 years of his reign, while he was still young, he began to see the God of his father David. And in the 20 years, he began to put Judah and Jerusalem of the high place, the wooden image and the cave image and the molded image. They broke down the altars of the Baals in presence, and the incense altar which were above them he cut down, and the wooden image and the calf image and the molded image he broke in pieces, and made dust of them and scattered it on the grave of those who had sacrificed to them. He also burned the bones of the priests to them. He also burned the bones of the priests on their altar, and cleansed Judah and Jerusalem. So he did in the cities of Manasseh and Ephraim and the Simon, as far as Naphtali and Aram with Ash. When he had broken down the altars and the wooden image, he had beaten the calf image into powder and cut down all the incense altar throughout all the land of Israel. He returned to Jerusalem. Verse 8. In the 18 years of his reign, when he had purged the land and the temple, he sent Salman and son of Asilia, Meshach the governors of city, and Joah the son of Joas the recorder, to repair the house of the Lord his God. When they came to Achiah the high priest, they delivered the money that was brought into the house of God, which the Levites who kept the doors had gathered from the hands of Manasseh and Ephraim, from all the remnants of Israel, from all Judah and Benjamin, and they had brought back to Jerusalem. The last verse. Then they put it in the hands of the four men who had oversight of the house of the Lord, and they gave it to the workmen who work in the house of the Lord to repair and restore the house. Amen. Let's say bigger amen. There was a king in the Bible, one of the second youngest king in the Bible, who was called Josiah. The second youngest king in the Bible. The first youngest one is 7 years. That was Joseph. Then the second one is another one that's young after the Joseph is 8 years old. Am I talking? So don't forget, Joseph was the youngest king in the Bible. But Josiah was second one, Joseph was 7 years when he became a king. But Josiah was 8 years when he became a king. Am I talking now? And his father was Ammon. He's also a king. His father reigned for 2 years, then he died. The father of Josiah they call it Ammon. He became a king. Within 2 years, he misbehaved, and he was set up and killed by the chieftains of the palace. Then they said that the next person to become the king was Josiah. And they said, since the father misbehaved, the father could not continue with what we call the restorations and restrictions of the land of Judah and Benjamin and Israel. Then they make Josiah 8 years old to become a king. And when he became a king, they asked him, do you know how to rule? And he said, I can rule. Do you know how to talk? Said, I know. I said, I can talk. Do you know how to write a statement? He said, I will write a statement. Do you know how to make a statement? I know how to make a statement. So everybody was looking at him and said, wait, let's wait and see his downfall. Maybe this boy will survive. His father misbehaved, spent 2 years and died. We are the one who finished his father. Let's wait and see what is going to happen to him. Let's make him a king again. To know where we are going to finish the whole family. So and that is why Joshua read the statement. He made a statement and he write a statement. Tell somebody, try to write a statement. Try to make a statement. When you made a statement in your own time, then you break a record your forefather cannot break. Am I talking? Am I talking? Down below now. When you stand up on your feet and made a statement or write a statement, then you surpass your forefathers. So Joseph became a king and said, I'm going to write a statement that's never been done without the death of my fathers. It was the grandchildren of David. Solomon. You know, before Solomon died, Solomon has been introduced to the idol worshiper. He has been to worship another god before Solomon died. Even Solomon died before the altars of idol. So then the Ammon, the father of Josiah, became a king. Hope that he will do well and will behave well, that he will change their condition to a better way. Then they will stop worshiping another gods or those idols. Then Ammon, the father of Josiah, could not do that. He started to introduce another gods to the land of Judah. Then the chief that are working with him say, all the subjects say, this man will not live long. Let's finish it. So they gang up. His subjects gang up and finish it. Then they said, don't kill the son. Bring the son. How old are you? 8 years. How are you? Fine. You are the next king. Then Joshua did not cry. Joshua did not panic. Because he said, I will write a statement. So when they said, Mr. Man, come here. Come. Then he ran before them and they dressed him very well. And they made him a king. And they put crown on his head. And the next thing he did, he went to God straight on his own and bowed before God and began to go to fasting and prayers. And he began to pray. He prayed and said, God, I want to write a statement that if I die, that statement will remain with me. It will remain with my generation. It will remain with my image. Then God told him, if you have confidence, go ahead. And he told God, I want to serve you. I will not change from right to left, from left to right. From right to left to right. I will stand by my wall. I will make the statement. Then he sent for the priests and told them, this house was built by my forefathers. That was Solomon. This altar was built by King Solomon. Then you have turned this house to idol worship. Then you make different image, wooden image, calf image of demons and idol, and you place it on all the house of God. Then you people have begun to bow. This thing must be removed. And they told him, you know what you're talking about? All your forefathers, they tried, they could not succeed. And he told them, I will succeed. I will remove every image. Even in this land of Judah, it will become pure and God, only for God, not for any other. Then he started the battle with them. He removed and demolished all the idol worshippers, all the idol image, whatever they planned in that place. If from every junction of Judah's land and Jerusalem, he removed every image of another gods, demigods everywhere. If you see any pastor, if there's any image of any demons or any family idol, he will tell them to remove it and destroy it immediately. Which there is no king has ever done that except Joshua. Then he started the battle with and removed every image, demon's image. He destroyed everything that they built for them to worship, except the image of God Almighty, the God of our forefathers, David. That is why they made a statement. And the Bible recorded and said, in the histories of the Bible, a king that ruled Judah and Jerusalem, that served God from the beginning to the end, that never looked back, that erased and removed every idol, was was Joshua. Everybody was shocked. And he told them before he died, I fear that there is a captivity ahead of us. He tried to block the captivities. He tried to block the Babylonian kingdom that will infect them in the future if he died. But the children of Judah and Israel did not understand. Out of the feeling and the vision, he saw a vision that the Babylonians and Egyptians, they will invade the land of Judah and Jerusalem and took them all their properties, all the gold, the cup that Solomon built, all the things in the house of God, they are taking away to the Babylonian kingdom. Then that fear began to worry Joshua every day, every night. So when he heard the story of the king of Egypt, the Pharaoh, is going to have a battle with another city that close to Joshua, that close to Jerusalem, along the Jerusalem road. Fear that if they conquer that city, then they be the next. And he said in message to the king of Egypt, don't tamper with this people because they pass it down very straight for them. And that one told Joshua, I'm not going to touch your land, don't touch it. But Joshua knew that one day, as time goes on, they invaded the land of Judah and Jerusalem. And it will become empty. It will desolate. Then he tried to fight a battle that does not belong to him. He has not started the battle with the king of Egypt when that was sent the arrow. And that arrow entered his body. Then they carried him back to the battle. That is how Joshua died. That's the beginning of falling, suffering, invaded city of Jerusalem and Judah. After he repaired and built the house and repaired and rebuilt the city, the better to serve God. So when you are writing a statement in your family, you should know that you cannot write a statement in your family without facing a battle, without encountering with some battles in your family. Without that, you cannot succeed. Try to write a statement. In your family, your father tries possible to succeed, to finish all the witches in your family so that they can have peace in the future. Your father will not succeed. They finish your father. Do you know what? You can stand up and write a statement that it's over. I will start this and finish it. Am I talking here? Am I talking? So if your mother's house, there are too much of wicked people in that land, in that place. That is why you run away from them. Your father ran away from them. At the end of the day, with all your father ran away from them, they could not allow father to succeed. Then you can write a statement and say, this thing must stop when I'm alive, because I don't want my children to experience the same way. Write a statement. Am I talking? Am I talking? You can write a statement. It depends the kind of vision you had concerning your future. I see somebody who was born in a Muslim family, and today all the Muslims, all of them in that family, bow for him, and they became a Christian because he told them, I would write a statement that make all of you belong to God, not Muslim anymore. Am I talking? Am I talking? So it depends the boldness you have if you want to write a statement. If your family they struggle to go to school and studies and graduate from Friday, all what they stop is only the one head, then they stop. Then because of the family foundation that affects all of them, then you can stand and say, my own I will write a statement that I will become the first one that will graduate from another master degree. If it works for you, it depends on kind of goodness and belief you have in your God. Write a statement. Am I talking? See, Joshua was young, was very young, 8 years old. You are more than 20, 30 years. Tell me why you could not write a statement about your journey, about your life, about your destiny. There was a day here on the Fiji program some weeks ago. I was telling many people that those people would have fulfilled his destiny and that would fulfill something in life. Must be very careful the kind of people you associate yourself with, the people you talk to, the people you relate with. Because you don't relate with a failure. Somebody who already disappointed already, now become your friend. You will become the same thing because you will not be able to write a statement concerning your future, concerning your life. Anyone that will fulfill that sin, that will use his glory, must be very careful. Must look at the people you are going to relate with, the kind of step you are going to take, whatever before you do anything. That is why today, many people, they reach 50, 60, 70 years. They could not write a statement about their life, about their journey. Am I talking here? Everybody is talking about the Martin Luther in America today. This is what we talk about Martin Luther. See, let me tell you. How many of them write a statement? Because the way this man write his own statement when he was alive. Am I talking? Martin Luther was born around 1940s. Then this man, at the age of 90 years, he became a preacher. His father was a priest, was also a man of God in Baptist church. He was born in Baptist church, then he lost himself and trained himself to become a real man that can write a statement that his father could not write. And one day, at the age of 19 years, he stood up on his feet and became a preacher and began to preach. 90 years old, Martin Luther, you're talking about. How old are you? That is why those that will write a statement, they have that focus when they are young, not until they reach 40, 50, 70 years. Go and read the Bible very well. Those that write a statement in this world, we have a vision at the age of 7, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, 20 something. Not until you reach 50, 70. Stop deceiving yourself. Martin Luther knew his father is a pastor in a Baptist church. Then every time his father is preaching on the people, he will listen and carry the Bible, look at his father's face. Then he saw the way the white men killing the Africans beside him, because he grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. How they kill many Africans, the black men. Then he called his father. You're a preacher. Got to preach something about this killing of the white, of the black people. And his father said, it's not my mission. It's not my vision. If this is your vision, follow your own way and leave me alone. Then 90 years old, he stood up and preached. I became a preacher. 1948, he became a minister of God in Baptist church. And he's the first one that preached. The topic he preached in 1940 was, they call it Ebenezer. You know Ebenezer in the Bible? Who knows Ebenezer in the Bible? Speak loud. That was it. If you don't remember, that is what he preached. And he called his father. I want to write a statement, but I don't know, maybe I will live long or I will die before the time. But what I want to do, I will write a statement that the Americans, I had a dream. Americans tomorrow will know I had a dream. Then he stood up against the whites. He did not carry guns. That was the day he marched around 60s. He marched to the Washington D.C. with the black men, and they hold their hands together, walking down to us, and without carrying anything. When you are writing a statement about your life, you need to know who you are first. You can't just start jacking anyhow. That is why our own look at us today. Do you know your age now? We don't reach past that level, same. We never write any statement. Try to write a statement. And that is why he fought for the freedom of the black race in America. He fought for the segregation of man nature they had in America. Discrimination and segregation was tough, and he stood against them that stopped discriminating people here. This segregation was tough among us. We have a legal equalities, the legal equalities, equality between us and the white, not different. Our blood is the same. Only the what? The picture, the face is different. The skin is different, but the blood is the same. And that is why he said I had a dream. and he had a cry. He asked for those. So you want to write a statement to your family. Stand up by your feet and do it. And stop being like a baby. Like a toy. Let me tell you today. I left my parents, I left my family at a young age, then but nobody followed me. If they ask me, where are you going? I said, I'm going to mountain. I told them I'm going to mountain. There was a time I spent 3 months on the mountain. I left around November. I came back home around February 20 something. Then my brother out of there said, where are you coming from? Are you the first person? Are you the first person? I said, the old is different. I just want it that way because I have a vision. You are bed riding. How long now? You are expecting your mate. And so when you reach 40, 50 years, you don't write a statement. Something is wrong with you. Let's say the facts. Please look up. Don't sleep now. Look up. And that is why when I saw some women, I pity them. Then they tell you, something will be telling you, Pastor, I won't get married. I die in 22, 21. When your mate has struggling to get their vision, you are telling me about it. I've seen 21, 22 that are married today, have children. In an accident. That is their writing their own statement. When their mates are struggling to get to the University of Ibadan, you are here. You not get to build their future for them. I thought I thought it was fine. Pastor, I always have the appointment Saturday night. They will leave me and talk. I say, oh, I'm due for the marriage. Yeah, you do for the marriage. Then I was praying for our mother, and I said, how old are you? Say, I want to know it. Pastor, I'm 22. With the yai. And I asked her, have you which school are you? What were your discipline? Which school? Said, Pastor, no, I did my egg. Do you have any jam results? Not yet. Ah. Then I look at her, I said, what? I said, hey, look at my eyes. Look at me face to face. Something is wrong with your life. Then I said, where is your mother? Your mother. And then I said to the mother, I said, Mother, you are the mother of this. I said, how do you encourage? I encourage stop looking at the person that entered the church. Listen to the message. I told the mother, I said, how do you expect? Are you doing encourage your daughter to marry now? I need down now. Baba now, Basika. I'm a Belloni. If you got married, I'm married 19 years. Lord, don't know. Okay, 2 get 2. 4 get 4. 2 plus 2, 4. 2 divided by 2. That is appropriate to see. It's time for the mother to help her build the future and say, write a statement about your future. They encourage her to go. That is why you see many people today. You ask them, what is wrong with your life? You not started blaming God for your failure. You can be praying for money tonight. When it's too late for you to survive, to build your future, your prayer will become wasted. It will flow like a river that is stream that has no stop. Do you know how many prayers that flow like a river before God that God can never remember they are passing in? Stand up and write a statement about your life. You are too young to finish yourself. I'm telling you. See, I've seen people who are born in the Pastor people, they know the husband. He said he was born in the village. He was going to the village until one of his uncles took him to Lagos. And when he got to Lagos, he saw the way they do things. Wow, this is about the future. So he talked to himself and said, I must build my own future the same. That is why he struggled until he reached that level that he know that this. You know, many of us here, we are just praying for nothing. No prayer we answer when you cannot stand up to write a statement about you. My father was not a pastor. My mother was not a pastor. So don't tell me that if your father became a pastor before you can pray or you can know what to do about your life. Joshua, his father Ammon, king, carried him in his hand like this. But Joshua never knew anything about father misbehaving. All what he got to do is that I want to be a king, then I have to pray. I have to tell God to write a statement. And God supported it. I'm going to support your vision. So how old are you? You know some married men, they don't know the right from left. They right from left. Some married men, they don't know the right from left. Their wife be telling them, now this is the right if you follow. This is the left if you follow. And you call yourself a married man. Please knock the door and eat a and sleep. You know some women, I'm telling you, they can rise to be better some husbands. Some men, they call themselves husbands. I've seen a man that have 20 million in his pocket. Do you know what happened? He could not sit it down and think of how to do with 20 million until he used the 20 million for party and many marriage and finish the money. Why a woman get 5 million and invested over 5 million and become a 50 million? So what make you a man is not about saying that marriage is a man. If you marry a woman, does not mean that you're a man. Forget that. I am a man now. Because you marry. You're not a man, no. What to make you a man is you estimate your rights concerning your destiny, your journey, your marriage. Then your wife will be the one to call you a man. My husband. Nobody will call yourself husband and man. If your wife cannot call you and say, my dear, you are a man. If your wife cannot tell you that face to face, you are a man. If you call yourself a man, my dear, am I not a man? Am I not a man? See, your wife will tell that. See, when you are not a man yet. But what to make you a man depend what you do. What you make that convince a woman, your wife say, wow, I'm God, I thank you that married this. That's what make it. Am I being it? I'm saying the truth. If I told some ladies, before you marry any guys, you must look at him. Can this one write a statement for me if you continue our journey together? Not that I just love it. Love for one thing, love for one thing. But those kisses, you go tired. When do I love? See, I'm telling you the truth. Any marriage that will not write a statement in their own journey, that kissing, they go tired of kissing. You go see yourself, and two of you see, no, so because there is nothing in them they can use to say authorized statement. So what to make you a man is not about saying you married a man or a woman. No. What to make you a man, your wife will be able to tell you that, yes, I marry a man, you are a husband, you are a man. Then that is your wife will define that. Stop defining that for yourself. You ask your wife, since you married me, am I not a man? Which man? Which man? Which man? Like a man that somebody I know, one of our members in so place, far from here. I saw him in the service today. The man looked gentle. That was telling the people inside the bus. This man has been coming for the service regularly now. And he looked gentle. And he has not come to me to say, Pastor, how are you, sir? Long time. See now. Then I saw you look gentle in the church. Silent and quiet and gentle. After he landed this, they had. That's why when you see a man look gentle in the house, go and ask the man. He has landed his blessing. If you see your husband quiet and gentle, and you are saying, my dear, how are you? You are not talking. God is in control. Please take Christ. He don't like that lesson he had doing. This man, for past 1 year, more than half year, I had not seen this man in the church. When his life left the man because every time the wife always complain. Please, if the wife will call my wife, will call mommy, he will call me, please. I will not stand here. My husband said we should sow the half of the plot. One plot, they sold half of the plot of one plot. Remain half the plot. Then the woman said, let's build a house in this place. And the man get millions of them from his where he was working. He did not tell the wife that he got money from the company. Then the woman managed some money. When they are building a 2-bedroom flat, they could not finish that 2-bedroom flat. Then, instead to make a big city room, their own city room is like a kitchen. This man could not find anything for this room. They are telling you, a city room turned to a kitchen. There is no chair that can stay in that room. There won't be any space for anyone. The woman said, fine, let's just do something. This is embarrassing me. Nobody will put it off enter that place. It's a disgrace. The man will not answer. They got some millions of naira. They did not tell the wife. The wife heard from his friend after 1 year that, I built my house in so place. Did you ask your husband, did you abuse his own? He said, which money? He said, the money they pass in office now. This man will be monitoring his wife, monitoring the phone. Anyone that called the wife, yes. He put record inside the phone and gave his wife so that to be used. So all the call the wife for 1 or 2 months is being recorded. The man will check it every night. The man did not do anything. Tell your husband, are you a man? You know the problem. So see, mommy and I will talk for 3 hours, settle the matter with them. We will talk to this man. You know, when he collects salary every month, he will give his wife out of the salary every more than 6,000 naira. He will give his wife, is it 11,000 for the whole month to buy food, and they have 5 children. They are not small. That's how to see. All those men, when you sit there for church, their face look fine. Inside, now dirty. Not all some men do that. I'm telling you. Mommy will talk. This is why we cry. Sometimes we give this man some food. Mommy will give this man some clothes. He don't want to buy clothes. But Bible gives wear my clothes. Just take it and the woman was struggling and crying inside. Until one day, the woman was telling us, ironically, that hey, when I started my home, pastor, you will not hear me. Oh. He thought it's a joke. The first thing the woman did, he left the church. Bye. That is a joke. Before we know, he left the house, right another apartment, somewhere far from the husband's place. He left the husband. The children, after 6 months, they left the church down. Every time we call the man, I will see you, I'm coming, mommy, I'm on board. They will start calling the woman. Until one day, the woman came to us and said, if he doesn't do that if he reported the husband, it will not be anything. We'll be preaching for him for past 7-8 years. That he started preaching. That's why I said, whatever will happen, will happen. This woman, when he left the man, the children followed the mama with their mother. That's how like children. Do you know why? Anyone that took care of the child, the children will follow them, yes or no. That's how many of you. You know? And it progress for the children. They change. They look fine. They are ladies. And they are looking fine. They are enjoying. They don't put remember their father did. Then before we know it, we did my kids and I said, no, brother, we are not fighting anymore. We understand you better. We understand you. But just take it easy. And then God said, Pastor, said, Daddy, mommy, I'm not fighting him, but I want to just start my own life on my own. I need future. I need to build my future. This man bought land. He did the roof last month, window last month. He's about to finish his own house, our own house. When the husband said he made it down, Sokoto Yama. So you now know that the only pastor and the wife who can talk to the wife. And after that, the woman said, Daddy, I'm coming back to church. The children, they started coming back to church again. The woman will call me. They come and we talk, we smile. Then the husband could not come to see me. 6 days. He was telling some people before. I'm pastor, so talk. On the command, the moment they go command the Yahoo, get back that way. I don't want to say, Guru, Guru, no. I said, no, so don't worry. One day, when your head don't pass. When you're not there anymore, then go return and say, Pastor, I want to see you. So he will just come here to the church. He will start gently. All those times I was doing, but was torturing his wife. He will not come for service on Sunday. He will say, I did office. Today, no the office. So, and the woman stand out and said, I want to write a statement about my future. And the woman played its own empire and did out. That was something. The husband will go to that. I was told that he used to go to that place. He will cook food. Cook on his own with all this jabba inside. Cook food. Carry food. Don't give children. They will collect the food and say that is very good. They will eat it in their mother's house. He will sit in that house where the wife stays. When he want to enter, the wife will tell him, you can enter, sit down. When you watch Steve Tyler, maybe you will go. When some men are enter, they want to see the wife knocking the door. They do. Then you go the fast like this. Let me clap for women, please. Do you know why? That is why too many ladies here. If you marry a man that cannot write a statement about your future, you will cry. Your time will waste on the floor for nothing. You will cry in your old age. Then you blame yourself that I was born by mistake. All those ladies who you see, yes, I'm a fine girl. Leave the fine girl alone. The day you marry a man who grab the sentiment, that your fine girl go change, he go change to body like this. See, it is when the woman see money, that's when they look fine. Don't let them see money within 1 month. I'm telling you. See, no man will call you on the road safe. Because what make you a fine woman is it is when things are going fine for you. So if a man could not write a statement, you are not a man yet. Don't call yourself a man because you're man. It's possible to marry 3 wives. Does not matter that you're a man. Marry a woman does not make you a man. What make you a man is why you write a statement concerning your marriage and your journey. Your wife will come and say, this man is a real man. He will tell you that. See women, you see. When you are doing something that they got confused, woman will force out and say, you are a man. I know women very well. They will tell you are a man. They don't have to write something, they will talk. That is why all the jagajaga you are doing, come down, come back, go to God and write a statement about your life. I saw David like a baby. I saw the man this morning doing the service. I was going, he could not run to greet me till now. Do you know the reason? It was already late. And they said they saw him 2 weeks ago. The man that was staying in the office in VI for 1 month to not come back home. Now he's coming back home. So what delayed him that time that I was staying in the office for 1 month? Let me ask him. Then you meet him on the road. You know this? They saw him 2 weeks ago in the Saturday evening. He's fetching water on his own. And they carry it on his head. When they saw the people that know his wife, he was feeling shy. He was feeling shy. That was it. And they said, that is what always ends some men who could not write a statement about their life. When a man writes it about your life, your wife will not leave you. He will die for you. If you go, you come back. But this one will not come back. Write a statement. Am I talking here? I hope I'm not taking much of your time. I should write down. So that is why I tell many people, write a statement at the right time. Do the right thing at the right time. At the right time, and make sure that you have a seed, a vision, and bold enough to plan your life. Marriage must not be the first thing. plan, build the foundation, let marriage follow to that foundation. Then you are able to enjoy it and say the word was. You cannot run faster than your destiny. You can manage your destiny, you can manage your life. Then no revision. But how do you understand that? If you don't understand, that is why the more you read the Bible, there are a lot of things to read in the Bible. You have time to read. Life that have no glory is there. The life that have better glory is there in the Bible. You can see it in the Bible, both spiritual and physical. So don't they tell me say you don't understand it. You should understand better. That life does not wait for anybody. The more you write a statement, then write that statement. Stand on your feet and write it. If your father married a wife and knew after that could not succeed, that's why he ended his life that could not succeed. But you should not understand that. Time for your father mistake, then correct you. That is why what Joshua did. His father Ammon could not write anything. Then he cried when the father died. And he said, if I became a king, at 8 years, I will do what my father would do. I will break a record. I will repair and rebuild. Then I will change the city. Because the house of the Lord best. The same thing should apply to God. I will continue next week. Let's go to it. I want to pray. Men, if the way I talk today is hot, you are hot, please don't be angry with me. Maybe our own is today, we don't know. But we just have to understand that message is the sermon and the preacher is, even the preacher that will preach, the message is talking to him, is talking to you. Am I talking? So the same message talking to me is talking to you. So when you are preaching like that, you should understand that it's for everybody. Because the word of God is like a mirror before every one of us. We saw ourselves in a mirror. Either you are looking far or you are looking ugly. The mirror will tell you. The way you look, the way the mirror will show you. The same thing the message of God will show you. I will understand me very well. So that is why let's try as for today to begin to write a statement that will change your condition, that will change everything, that will have a future purpose for you to understand what God has for you in the future. I'm telling you, very important. So if you see all those great men, all those great women today, they started in a rough place. And but their vision, their statement, the right, help them to get far and to get to the top. They say to every one of you, there is no way you can get to the top when you do not write a statement about your life. Sit down, think twice. Don't reach 70, 60 before you begin to write a statement. It might be too late for you. Write a statement when you are young. Martin Luther started, he became a preacher at the age of 19 years old. Then nobody called him to be a preacher. He decided to be a preacher. And in 1948, he became an evangelist. And he began to preach. And that what led him to fight in the American white America. That there will always be a freedom for the equal right. We attend the same school. We speak the same language. Our color is the same. Only our skin is different. So he stopped the segregation in America, and he stopped discrimination in America for them to live in peace. And look at us today. With all the freedom this man fought during 1960s, they are still killing the black, and they never stop. Do you know the man have seen the future? Let's assume that all the black that time supported the Martin Luther. The killing of black in America will have stopped. But some people now in black race, some black did not support him. They are the one giving the white man information about him. The day they will kill this man, he was killed with a gun. See now, they do not know who killed this man. Meanwhile, some people know. But look at it today. They have gone, they died. But the continuity of that freedom. Look at us, they are still killing them. If you have any case, they will maltreat black than the white. I remember, it was Tony Blair in 1982 that gave the black people in UK to free to join the police. For many years in UK, there is no black among that joined the police. UK. You can't send the black among them. But Tony Blair is one that gives all those black freedom. So become a police in UK. And Tony Blair was a white man. That was then, 1982. So look at us today. Even Christian, we are Christian, even in Church of God today. Look at the way we treat ourselves. This one will tell you, my own is faith. My own is holiness. My own is revival. My own is deliverance. This one we call them deliverance. This one we call them faith. This one we call them holiness. Everybody is going against themselves. Do you know the reason? That is why. Every one of us should understand God very well. There should always be a freedom for everybody. I remember, see, that is why. When I read the story of Mosori Malade, the father of Kerubu and Seraph, I was shocked. Then I thought of it for more than many days. He was born from his mother. The day was born, that day was talking. The day Moses Malade was born, the same day he began to walk like a man. Ọdún tí ìyá rẹ̀ bí ló sọ̀rọ̀. Ọjọ́ yẹn náà ló bẹ̀ sí ní rìn. Everybody was shocked. Even when he was of his mother, when the mother go to farm, he want to carry wood. He will help his mother on his own. The mother go for something, just put the wood on her head. We don't know how the thing got to her head. He was born that day. The same minute he was born, he talked like a man. He walked like a man. Then his father was a very powerful man, spiritual powerful man. Then some people say this child was not another child. They will carry the child, throw inside the pit, inside the dojo. Before they get back home, they find the same child on the mat. Everybody was shocked. Then his father was also a brother to the king of Ikariako. So everybody was shocked. Until when he reached around 13 years old, before this boy stopped walking, his father carried one calabash, a very strong spiritual calabash, but broke it on the leg of Urimalade before he stopped walking. How can a child walk in the day when the day? He didn't now stop. They thought that it's over. He never over. When he reached 13 years old, he followed one woman to a particular place to go and sell the palm oil. He was there, he was 13 years old. When something knocked his head, the Spirit of God arrested him. He fell on the ground, not walking in. That's what make him and about the good man. That from Aaron, what the Aaron. Yes, he was born like Aaron, who the Aaron. Then he moved from that place where that thing arrested him. He went to the same mountain. He spent 40 days and 40 nights, no food, no water. After the fasting, he came down from the mountain and they saw the straw in his hand. That was what they used to be people. Inside water. And he died in 1930. But before he died, he moved from Ikare, preached from one place to another, and he got to Lagos. Ijaye, where he started the ministry. Another church there, another ministry. Until he died. And when he died, they buried him. And his father, who was brother to the king, said, every king that died, every priest that died, they don't bury them outside. They bring them back to bury. A few years after 1946, the government had done the federal road. Then they removed the grave. That is why the Kerubu and Seraphim gathered together. And they carried the body. They gave that, removed the thing, carried the body with the upper, carry it back to the career. That what Baba said some years back came to pass. And now buried. The same rod that was using before the get Agoko, all the Kerubu and Seraphim leaders, they were already fighting for the road. I be the one to hold the road. I be the one to think that. That is why the king of that time now hide that if see now nobody knows where but only that king kept that road. You know what? See, he never married. See, that's why too many people. The reason you fail is because of you don't understand that you need to write a statement. It might be hard and struggle and tough. Make sure you write the statement. Because you don't know the day you will die. He might tell you will live for 90 years. Next week, I will talk about the Babalola's life. I'll talk about the Monday today. Babalola's history, I will tell you. What you never know about Babalola. I will tell you about Akade, the one that died. A blind man who could not see. But he performed miracles. A Baba who could not see anything. The angel took him from his house down to the wilderness and became a mountain and touched the mountain. Like that. Write a statement. Stop being like a baby. Let your husband. Give your husband a chance to write a statement. Stop blocking your husband. If you begin to block him, you will suffer together. Stop blocking your wife. Allow your wife to write a statement. If you block her, you will suffer together. See, future with her. Either you are together or you are not meant to be together. A pastor can lie to you. A prophet can lie, but your future will not lie. What happened to your future? With the time either you are together or you are not together. Go help us in Jesus' name.